Disease, not just a word, but a story of how the perfect machinery of life can go awry. Imagine the human body as a colossal, intricate machine, each cog and gear playing its part to perfection. From the smallest cell to the most complex organ, every component operates like clockwork. But what happens when this well-oiled machine faces disruption? Diseases, my friends, are those mischievous spanners thrown into our works. So buckle up as we embark on this fascinating journey of understanding our body and the many challenges it faces. Every story has a hero, and in our body, these heroes are the cells. Imagine a bustling city full of industrious workers, each with a specific role to play. Now shrink that city down to microscopic size, and you've got the world of cells. These microscopic marvels are the building blocks of life, each performing a critical role in maintaining our health. Let's take a closer look at these heroes. Picture a cell as a factory, teeming with activity. The nucleus, the cell's command center, holds the DNA, the blueprint for the cell's function. Proteins, the building materials, are assembled in the ribosomes, tiny factories scattered across the cell. Then we have the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, generating the energy needed for all of the cell's activities. It's like the city's power station, fueling the hustle and bustle of our cellular metropolis. But cells don't work in isolation. Oh no, they're team players. Billions of cells work together in concert, each doing their part to keep our body's machinery humming along. They communicate, cooperate, and even sacrifice themselves for the greater good. It's a symphony of biological cooperation that plays out every second of every day without us even noticing. Take our skin cells. These unsung heroes work tirelessly, forming a protective barrier against the outside world. They shield us from harmful substances and microbes, ensuring that we can weather the elements. And let's not forget about our blood cells. Red blood cells act as our body's delivery service, transporting oxygen from our lungs to every corner of our body. White blood cells, on the other hand, are like our body's security guards, always on the lookout for invaders ready to defend us from disease. In the quiet corners of our body, nerve cells are busy transmitting signals, allowing us to move, think, and feel. It's like a cellular internet, connecting every part of our body, making us who we are. Cells, the building blocks of life. But what happens when these heroes face a villain? Imagine an intruder in your house disrupting your peace. That, my friends, is what disease does to our body. Disease is a fascinating yet fearsome phenomenon. It's like an uninvited guest, barging into the intricate machinery of our body, causing chaos and upheaval. Disease, in its simplest definition, is a deviation from normal health, a disruption of the body's normal functioning. It's like a wrench thrown into the gears of a well-oiled machine. Diseases come in all shapes and sizes, from the tiniest of bacteria to the largest of parasites. They can be caused by a myriad of factors, whether it's an external entity like a virus or an internal malfunction, such as a genetic disorder. Let's delve a little deeper into the world of diseases. They can be broadly classified into two main categories: infectious and non-infectious. Infectious diseases are like those pesky burglars who sneak into your home. They are caused by pathogens, organisms that invade and infest our bodies, causing harm. These pathogens could be bacteria, viruses, fungi, or parasites. Some of the well-known invaders include the influenza virus, the tuberculosis bacteria, and the malaria parasite. Non-infectious diseases, on the other hand, are akin to a house falling into disrepair from within. These are not caused by invading organisms, but are usually the result of internal factors such as genetics, lifestyle, or environmental causes. Examples include diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. Infectious diseases can spread from person to person, causing outbreaks, epidemics, and even pandemics. Non-infectious diseases, while not contagious, are often chronic and long-lasting, posing a significant burden on healthcare systems worldwide. So whether it's an external invader or an internal malfunction, diseases disrupt the harmony of our bodies, much like an unwelcome guest causing distress in our homes. But remember, our bodies are not defenseless. They have their own security system ready to fight and protect. Disease, the unwelcome guest. But how does our body respond to this intrusion? Stay tuned to find out more. Just like a castle has its knights, our body too has its defenders ready to fight. Welcome to the world of our body's defense mechanism, the immune system. This complex system is our own personal knight in shining armor, protecting us from the harmful invaders like bacteria, viruses and parasites. So, how does this system work? Imagine a battlefield where the invaders are constantly attacking and our body's defense mechanism responds. The immune system is divided into two parts, the innate or non-specific system and the adaptive or specific system. The innate system is our first line of defense. It's like the castle walls, always ready to protect us against any invaders. This includes our skin, which acts as a physical barrier, and our white blood cells, which are like the knights, always ready to fight. The adaptive system, on the other hand, is like our specialized archers. They have a specific target, and they're very good at what they do. They remember the invaders they've fought before, and if the same invader comes back, they're ready to fight them off even more effectively. Speaking of white blood cells, these are the main players in our immune system. They're produced in the bone marrow, and they're constantly patrolling our body, looking for any signs of invaders. There are different types of white blood cells, each with their own special roles. For instance, neutrophils are the most common type, and they're the first to arrive at the scene of an infection. They're like the foot soldiers, always ready to fight. Then, there are lymphocytes, which include B cells and T cells. B cells produce antibodies, while T cells destroy the infected cells. So as you can see, our body's defense mechanism is a complex system, always working hard to keep us safe. It's a true knight in shining armor, always ready to fight for us. But what happens when the invaders are too powerful or when our immune system is compromised? The body's defense, a true knight in shining armor. But what if the invader is too powerful? Some villains are powerful and deceptive, just like the diseases that pose the greatest challenges to our health. Among these formidable foes we find cancer, heart disease and diabetes. Cancer, a word that sends chills down the spine. It's not just one disease, but a collection of related diseases. All involve the uncontrolled growth of cells in our bodies. Cells that should form a part of the body's machinery go rogue, dividing without stopping and spreading into surrounding tissues. What causes this mutiny? It can be anything from exposure to certain substances to genetic problems to certain behaviors like smoking or a sedentary lifestyle. The effects, they are as varied as the diseases themselves, ranging from fatigue and pain to life-threatening complications. Then we have heart disease, the leading cause of death worldwide. It's a silent killer that strikes without warning. It's often caused by poor lifestyle choices, such as unhealthy diet, lack of exercise, and smoking. The effects are catastrophic, disrupting the rhythm of life. It can lead to heart attacks, strokes, and heart failure, taking a severe toll on the quality of life. And let's not forget diabetes. This chronic condition affects the way the body processes blood sugar or glucose. It is often the result of the body's inability to produce or use insulin properly. Diabetes can lead to a host of complications, from nerve damage and kidney disease to heart disease and stroke. These diseases may seem like undefeatable monsters. They can strike anyone, anywhere, at any time. But here's the thing. While they are formidable, they are not invincible. With the right knowledge, behaviors, and medical care, we can reduce our risk of these diseases, manage them effectively if we do get them, and even overcome them. In this battle for health, knowledge is our greatest weapon, and every monster has a weakness. So, every battle has a strategy, and in the war against disease, our strategy is prevention and cure. Let's take a moment to appreciate the power of prevention. A healthy lifestyle is the first line of defense. It's like a castle wall, protecting us from the invading forces of disease. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, sufficient sleep, these are the bricks that build our fortress of health. But it's not just about physical health. Mental well-being is just as important. Stress management, mindfulness, and maintaining positive relationships also play a crucial role in keeping our defenses up. But even the strongest castle walls can be breached. That's where cure, our second strategy, comes into play. Medical treatments, from antibiotics to surgical procedures, are the knights in shining armor, fighting back the disease. They're our lifeline when prevention isn't enough. They're the beacon of hope, the light at the end of the tunnel, guiding us back to health. Yet let's not forget that the road to recovery is a two-way street. It's not just about what the doctors do for us, but what we do for ourselves. Following medical advice, taking prescribed medications, attending follow-up appointments, these are the steps we must take to march down the road to recovery. Remember, the road to recovery begins with you. So, let's take that first step together, shall we? Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and visit link in description for more.